Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Marky Picks, and today I've got another free six-pick prize pick slip for you covering college football. And real quick, gonna recap yesterday's slip. Our hot streak kind of came to an end. We went 3 out of 6 on this slip. We went 2-1 in the MLB action, and we went 1-2 in the college football action. Shane Bieber, just real quick recapping the slip. Shane Bieber, he cashed it pretty easy. The Rays kept their hot offense alive, which is what I thought they were going to do, and they continue that in this game. Sandy Alcantara, I mean, he actually had a great outing, but he just got hit around very early on in this game. He only gave up, I think, 6 hits. I believe this is correct on the PrizePicks slip, 6 hits. They got that in the first 3 innings, but he ended up going 7 innings in this game and only giving up those 2 runs that they got in the first 2 innings. And the Mets, I knew this was a chance where Alcantara could have a successful outing, but just wasn't able to get missed the bats from the Mets. The Mets really made some good contact and got to Alcantara there. Mitch Keller, that was a little iffy early on. I didn't know how it was going to go because he had a lot of pitches in that first inning, but he really did settle in very nicely there. And he was able to get the swings and misses from the Braves hitters like I expected to happen. For the college football action, this is where it went downhill. Chandler Morris got up to 229 passing yards. It was an upset. If you watched that video yesterday, I said take some shots on the UVA money line and the spread. And guess what happened? UVA ended up winning in a crazy game to start college football weekend. He ended up getting 229. He didn't hit the over here. It was unfortunate. The third quarter, he ended up getting hurt on his throwing hand, and they ended up just running the ball all the way down the field on Florida State. Virginia had no threat to try to throw the ball at all. And why would you if Florida State's just going to keep on giving up chunk plays after chunk plays on the ground, which is what UVA was doing to them. And he eventually did start throwing the ball again in that fourth quarter, but it was a little bit too late. And once you get to overtime and college football, it's actually not the best scenario for overs if you're like passing yards because you start the 25-yard line, so you got a limited amount of yards you can get, and you're gonna have some running plays in there too. So it was really tight there because we went to about 2:23 going into overtime, and UVA just kept running the ball because Florida State could not stop the running game, which was very surprising. But we didn't really know what we had in Florida State, but I think we do now. And I think their defensive front is an issue because UVA was just owning them all game long. Malik Murphy, under 230.5 passing yards. He cashed this one pretty easily. He had some big passing plays through the air, but that was really it. He didn't really throw the ball that much. But, when he did throw the ball, he did make some chunk plays, but it wasn't enough to get this 230 mark. I thought he would get into 200s, which is what he did. Another fun game to watch here, but another cash there. And Malik Brown, this one, I was probably in the minority here. I probably shouldn't have picked it. I kind of under-projected his rushing attempts. I only had him projected it in my projection to get about 12 rushing attempts. He's been a guy that's gotten 15-plus every game so far this season. I was just expecting this game script to go a little differently. He got a big run in that first quarter, which got him up to about 47 yards. And, yeah, that was I would take the blame on that one. That was my fault. But I've adjusted for this slate today. That brings our overall total for 36 out of 48 to 75%, which is still solid. Thank you for all the support on the last video, guys. You got me up to about 28 likes. So for this video today, I'm giving you not just this free 6-pick slip. Stick around to the end of the video. I'm giving you 10 free picks from my projection model, all for free. If you want to keep getting these free picks, get this video to 20 likes. I'll keep dropping more than 6. I'll drop around 15 picks a day if you want that. Keep showing your support on these videos. And without further ado, let's jump into the first pick of today's college football slip. All right, so with the first pick, we're going with CJ Carr under 246.5 passing yards. My projection for him is at 236.5. CJ Carr is going on the road this game against the Arkansas team. It's going to be a crazy environment. CJ Carr is facing the Arkansas Razorbacks, and I don't think Arkansas has I don't think Notre Dame is going to be ready for this game. Arkansas has a really, I would say, they've had some tough losses, but in this game, I think Arkansas is gonna come ready to play. I think they come out here and stop CJ Carr making some big plays through the air. Give me CJ Carr under 246.5 passing yards. On to the next one. We're going Roman Hemby under 65.5 rushing yards. My projection for him is at 38.8. So Roman Hemby, Indiana taking on Iowa. Iowa has a really strong defense. I don't really know why this line is this high. I'm surprised it was this high. Roman Hemby, I think this line should be around 60 real. If this line does drop, I wouldn't play it. I would take one of the picks I put in my honorable mentions tab at the end of the video and replace it. But as of right now, 65.5, I'm taking the under. Give me the under 65.5 rushing yards for Roman Hemby. Next up, Devon Dampier over 186.5 passing yards. I've got him projected for 202.8. And quite simply, Devon Dampier, he had a rough game last week against Texas Tech. But he still ended up almost like getting a high passing yard game, even though he was struggling. In this matchup against West Virginia, Devon Dampier is supposed to be a Heisman candidate. If he can't get over 186.5 passing yards against West Virginia, then he ain't no Heisman candidate at all. So that's all I have for this one. Next up, we're going Trinidad Chambliss under 256.5 passing yards. My projection for him is at 240.7. They're going up against LSU. They are at home, so they have the home field advantage, but this is going to be one strong defense here for LSU that Chambliss is going to have to face against. Chambliss is the backup. He's not the regular starter, and he has had some strong games so far. Replacing Austin Simmons, who is their regular starting quarterback. But in this one, I think there is a chance that he could go over his line, but I think LSU is just too strong of a defense in this spot. I do think, he could make some plays with his legs. That's how they can be successful in this game, but I don't think passing the ball through the air is where they're going to be successful. I think they're going to lean on Keywan Lacey and maybe Chambliss in the running game here to have some success here against LSU if they want to pull off the win. On to the next one, we're going Nico Iamaleava over 33.5 rushing yards. My projection is at 50.6. Quite simply, UCLA fired their head coach last week. And in this matchup, they're going up against Northwestern. I'm expecting Nico just to have one of those games where he just does it all. And I think this is the perfect spot for him to do that. UCLA is desperate for a win. And with the new head coach system, I think they're just going to let Nico, have full control out there whatever he wants to do. I think they're going to go out there and let him do it. On the season, he's really been right around this number. He's been cashing it. And my projection reflects that. So I think this is a strong overplay. Nico Iamaleava over 33.5 rushing yards. Next up, we got Dante Moore, 224.5 passing yards. I'm taking him on the under there. My projection is at 191.2. And this is the biggest game Dante Moore is going to be playing in so far in his career. It is the whiteout at night. We all know what that means. It's going to be a tough environment for Dante Moore. I'm expecting a lot of running the ball here in this one. And Penn State's secondary is pretty fast, so I don't expect big plays down the field. I do think they can attack over the middle a little bit, but I really do think the running game here for Oregon is what's going to, if they're going to have a chance to stay in this one, they're going to have to run the ball. Because if they don't run the ball, they're putting all the pressure on Dante Moore with those speedy edge rushers that Penn State has in the whiteout. It's going to be loud. I think that Dante Moore is not going to be able to make enough passes through the air to get over this number. So to round out the slip, this is a perfect underplay to close out the slip. So here we go, guys. This is my gift to you. These are my free 10 picks here. So if you didn't like any of those ones that I mentioned in the regular analysis, you can pick one of these and replace it with them, or you can replace the whole slip if you didn't like anything I was talking about. But these are 10 free picks here for you guys. Just showing my gift back to you for giving me so much support on my last video. I really do appreciate it. So you can pause the video here if you want it, take any more extra time, but these are all backed by my projections. So take any here that you may like more than the ones I get over before, or if you just want to take all of these and put them on their own slip, you might do that might want to do that as well. So that's going to do it for today's slip. If you guys enjoyed it, please continue to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you want more free picks, Get this video to 20 likes, and I'll drop another 10 extra free picks on my next video. That's going to do it for today, guys. Have fun. Have an enjoyable college football day. I will see you back here tomorrow for some NFL action. And without further ado, guys, let's cash this slip, and I'll see you in the next one.